Particular honor is due to parents. God, however, explicitly commands us to revere our parents who have begotten us in this life. Nature itself teaches us this. For everyone who, through contempt or rebellion, violates parental authority is a monster, not a man. That is why our Lord orders that those who disobey father or mother be put to death. And for good reason, for since they do not acknowledge those by whom they came into this life, they surely do not deserve to live. It is clear from many passages in the law that what we have said is true. The honor which is spoken of here consists of 3 parts: reverence, obedience, and love, springing from recognition of benefits conferred. The first is commanded by God when he prescribes death for anyone who curses father and mother. He thereby punishes every expression of scorn and contempt. In the case of the second, death is likewise the sentence passed on the rebellious and disobedient child. The third is attested by the words of Jesus Christ in Matthew 15, referring to God's command that we serve and do good to our parents. Whenever Paul mentions this precept, he exhorts us to obedience, which concerns the second part. At the same time, the commandment is enhanced by a promise, so as to show us how pleasing this subjection is to God. Paul urges us on with this spur, describing the precept as the first with a promise attached. For the promise already noted in the first table was not peculiar to a single command, but extended to the whole of the law. This particular promise must be understood in the following way. The Lord was speaking to the Israelites of the land, which he had promised to give them as an inheritance. If, then, the possession of this land was a guarantee of God's goodness, it is not surprising that he sought to attest his grace by promising them a long life, allowing them more time to enjoy his benefits. It is as if he were saying, "Honor your father and mother, so that by living a long life you may have longer to enjoy the land which will be proof to you of my grace." Furthermore, because the whole earth is blessed to believers, we rightly include the present life among God's blessings. So, because length of life is evidence of God's goodwill toward us, this promise belongs also to us. For the promise of a long life was not made to us nor to the Jews because it was itself bliss, but because it represents for the righteous a sign of God's goodness. If, then, a child who duly obeys his parents should die, as often happens in youth, God nevertheless remains steadfast in his promise. He fulfills it indeed, no less than if he were to give 100 acres of land to someone to whom he had only promised 2.